to the front, that'd be great.
Hello, Mr. Mayor. Thank you all for being here and hearing me out. My name is Zeke Rodriguez. I'm born and raised here in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I'm an Air Force veteran. I'm a small business owner. I'm actually here on behalf of the CCIA. I'm now presiding over the Crime and Local Politics Committee, and I'm also running for District 37 State Representative as a Republican. And I've been deeply involved with the school board, county commission, particularly the school board. And just to begin what I'm about to say, that I just saw a study that came out that we're spending 28th most amount of money on our education, yet we're 51st in the nation. We're behind Puerto Rico, so there's obviously fraud, waste, and abuses, as we used to say in the Air Force, fraud, waste, and abuse, and this type of government spending. So when this came to me, it's $23 million. I right away raised some flags on me particularly because I haven't heard not from one individual here today as to why we're in this position. Okay, the lockdowns shut down the third world. The third world is solely dependent on the second world and the first world. They serve the second and the first world. So we shut down the first world, second world countries, the third world, millions have died, and now they're all coming up here because we have unsecure borders and they have nowhere to go. They have nothing to do. They're starving to death. Either they come here or they starve to death. So that's what we're dealing with right now. The homelessness has gotten tremendously worse. And then let's go back to the rise of cost of living. That's inflation. During COVID, we printed out trillions and trillions of dollars, most of which didn't even come to America, it went overseas. And so because we did print so much money, we're dealing with hyperinflation, and it's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any better. So not only are we not addressing the issue that caused this, but we're not even planning for what's going to come, because what we're dealing with right now is very minute compared to what we will be dealing with a year from today. Mark my words, let's talk a year from today, and let's see how bad the inflation is going to be. So I think that, of course, I was very poor growing up. I grew up in a dirt trailer park down the street. It's not even there anymore. Okay, so I am very considerate to coming from nothing and pulling yourself up and working your butt off to succeed and teaching children the right way to be a positive American citizen. So it's not about that. It's really just about being logical and reasonable. We haven't addressed the real issues of why we're in this position in the first place. Why are we dealing with high cost of living? Why is our economy suffering? How big of an impact was it the lockdowns? How can we counter the hyperinflation that we're incurring right now, that we will continue to incur? Okay, none of those are being addressed before we spend $23 million on something that could be it looks like it's just going to be a Band-Aid. It's just going to be a Band-Aid for another bigger problem that's coming, because we're not going to the root core of the problem. So I hope that City Council and the Mayor consider what I'm saying with today, and the people in the public consider what I'm saying today. We will be investigating this thoroughly. We will be pushing this very hard. It's not like we don't want to help people who are misfortunate or unfortunate. It's not the case at all. In fact, we want to empower people so they can be self-sufficient, because that's what America's founded on, is being self-sufficient and contributing citizens. It's just that we want to get away from any more further fraud, waste, and abuse, and we want to address the core issue and protect our citizens to deal with what's coming our way in the near future, which is going to be a lot worse than what we're dealing with right now. Thank you all so much, unless you have any questions.